All right, here are 5 things to know on this Wednesday morning. Lawyers for Sharon Kennedy, formerly known as Sharon Carrillo, made their appeal for a new trial to the Maine Supreme Court yesterday. They argued Kennedy was the victim of domestic violence. Her lawyers also say that her quote-unquote false confession to police should have been suppressed at the trial. Kennedy allegedly made that confession to Shauna Gatto when they were jailmates. Gatto was convicted of the murder of a 4-year-old girl just months before that. Lawyers say it could have prejudiced the jury. Sharon Carrillo was convicted of killing her daughter, Marissa Kennedy, and sentenced to 45 years in prison.
9 restaurants in Portland are getting some financial help as the weather starts to turn a little bit colder. They will share a $50,000 grant to purchase outdoor dining pods or equipment that's needed to stay open during the pandemic. The grant comes from the Federal Home Loan Bank of Boston, Norway Savings Bank, Coastal Enterprises, as well as Community Concepts. Important to note here that most of that video we just showed you about the restaurants was taken before the pandemic, and that's why people were not wearing masks.
As the pandemic continues on, many shelters and food pantries across the state say they are seeing a spike in the number of people experiencing homelessness. Many shelters have also been forced to reduce capacity due to social distancing. The York County Food Program says it only has 2 beds remaining and has seen a 40% increase in food pantry usage during the pandemic. Portland is also currently serving more than 500 people experiencing homelessness and using hotels as overflow to keep the community sheltered.
And we're in the midst of our 38th annual Coats and Toys for Kids campaign and have already received more than 1,000 donations, thanks to viewers like you. The campaign looks a bit different though this year because of the pandemic. There are no in-person drop-off sites, so we're asking everyone to visit our website to find a wish list online. They can also send a check to the Salvation Army. Items purchased online will be sent to 9 Salvation Army facilities around the state and distributed to people from there. Organizers say there's a big need this year. They're hoping to match the 18,000 coats they gave away in 2019.
And Arlington National Cemetery will allow volunteers from Wreaths Across America to lay wreaths on the graves of fallen soldiers next month after all. People were outraged after officials made the initial decision to cancel the yearly tradition. The executive director of Wreaths Across America says they worked to find a solution that would protect people while still honoring the heroes buried in Arlington.